Why Dubai built the world's deadliest tennis court? What? This looks fucking awesome. This is actually like Dead Man Wonderland kind of shit here.
Imagine a
tennis to the
game of
death.
Tennis where one wrong move could send you spiraling down over 700 feet to a very certain and
clickbait?
painful death.
Oh, don't tell me
Not
that.
for the faint of heart. Unbelievably, this exact scenario actually played out one afternoon back in 2005, when tennis greats Roger Federer and Andre Agassi played a round of tennis on top a sky-high helipad converted grass tennis court, with no fencing or safety boundaries whatsoever.
Yeah.
Though pictures, discussions, and ridiculous myths have swirled the internet for years regarding this iconic matchup, little is actually publicly known about the circumstances, logistics, and real reasons behind the event's inception. A story revealed to involve a professional tennis tournament's struggle to stay alive, a man determined to solidify tennis's place in the Middle East, and a personal request from the Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates himself. Brace yourself if you have a fear of heights. Today we're uncovering everything behind the 700-foot tennis marketing stunt heard around and above the world.
There's a safety net right here. Overhyped.
The city of Dubai, a place now known for its exuberant opulence and futuristic architecture, was in very recent memory not much of a city at all. As a quick geography recap, the city itself is the capital of the Emirate of Dubai.
The city itself has
7
poop
total
trucks.
territories whom collectively
I learned
make
about
up the
those
country
recently.
of United Arab Emirates, located in Western
They
Asia
transport
and governed
poop.
in part by Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. More on him later. As mentioned, Dubai, and the Greater Emirates itself, was a small player on the world stage until the 20th century. Though initially known for the area's thriving pearling industry, a business decimated by World War I and the advent of cultured pearls, the discovery of abundant oil and the country's newfound independence from Great Britain in 1971 set the stage for a second and far more lucrative period of success for the Emirates. In extremely short order, the sparse desert landscapes of the country's wealthiest regions, particularly Dubai, transformed almost overnight into a thriving metropolis. Now, where does the crazy tennis match fit into all of this? Well, it starts with this man. Sensing opportunity from afar, Australian TV producer Jeff Chapman proposed an idea to Dubai executives in the early 90s to raise the city's profile even higher. A one-off tennis exhibition event featuring Martina Navratilova. Though the event itself did not pan out, the idea had enough support to justify the creation of an actual professional men's tournament, the Dubai Tennis Championships.
So when does the tennis match to the death start?
Every February. A triumphant tournament whose inaugural 1993 edition was, in every sense of the term, a total disaster. With no clear direction how to do so, organizers hastily built a tennis center, only to realize the courts themselves were not laid out correctly, as tennis courts must face north-south, not east-west. Upon fixing the courts, the temporary stadium's wooden scaffolding was found to creak heavily every time a person walked up or down the stands. Worse, for a country that hardly receives any precipitation all year, that year's final was postponed due to a massive rainstorm which blew away the tents and stands, completely flooding the stadium. Though the event comparatively fared better over the next 10 years, by 2003, the Dubai Championships were still struggling to gain proper footing in the tennis world, having remained sparsely attended with no high-profile players willing to play. When the tournament came under current director Salah Talak's leadership in 2003, pressures to turn the tournament's fortunes around reached a fever pitch when Talak was paid a visit by who other but the aforementioned ruler of Dubai himself, Sheikh Mohammed. A tennis fan, the ruler questioned why the tournament's stadium seats always appeared empty on TV, and requested
because no one likes tennis, I guess. I don't know.
With nowhere left to turn but upwards, Talak envisioned a comprehensive plan to elevate the tournament's status above all expectations. A plan to be capped off by a marketing stunt so extreme that it would be impossible for tennis fans not to be talking about tennis in Dubai. All Talak needed was some help from a couple friends. Roger Federer, one of the greatest tennis players of all time, was initially known to Dubai tennis officials as a match tanker?
What?
Having arrived to play in Dubai for the first time in 2002, the promising 21-year-old was beaten handily in the second round by German Rainer Schüttler, a lower-ranked player he had himself beaten just a month earlier. Determining the Swiss played far below expectations, Chapman, in his last year of directorship, decided to not only withhold Federer's prize money and appearance bonus, but reported him to the ATP for suspected wrongdoing. Following an investigation, the ATP ordered organizers to pay up the prize money. The appearance money, substantially larger, was held back on the condition that Federer
So he just played like shit. I
2003.
don't know what to tell you.
What began as a hostile association became a blossoming partnership, as Federer in subsequent years would win back-to-back Dubai titles and was eventually made tournament ambassador, significantly raising the event's international profile.
I just want to see the death
Talik
match.
and company's hard work at further improving the tournament, such as
I don't really
elevating
care
its status
about
to an
tennis.
ATP 500 event, pushing its dates deeper into February so players wouldn't have to arrive right after the Australian Open, and introducing an equal pay women's draw to coincide with the men, the 2005 Dubai Tennis Championships was poised to be the highest profile edition of the tournament seen to date, with a star-studded cast which for the first time included fan favorite Andre Agassi. Not
Hey,
content
Andre.
with simply relying on billboards and radio adverts to draw attention to the tournament, Talik envisioned a scene sure to put Dubai tennis on the map. Just a year prior, Tiger Woods made headlines by teeing off the helipad of the newly constructed Burj Al Arab, a 5-star mega hotel just down the road from the tennis stadium that towered over 1,000 feet into the air. This gave Talik an idea. While not a massive helipad by any stretch, would it be big enough to fit a tennis court? Even if, would anyone in their right mind agree to play on it?
Absolutely.
And so it was after a period of planning.
Oh, whoever got this side though got fucked.
Construction, and a couple phone calls.
Until they switch, I guess,
Andre
but
Agassi
damn,
arrived
what
at
a
the Burj
disadvantage.
Al Arab on February 22nd, 2005, for the hit of a lifetime.
He's a tier 1 hot
Preface,
soda in the
Roger and
prime
Andre were
factory.
forced to act out this hilariously awkward exchange on their way to the court.
Hey Andre, how's it going?
Roger, what's happening?
Yeah, everything's good. So, first time for you in Dubai?
First time here.
Special place, this hotel is amazing. They got a court upstairs. Want to hit?
Thanks for some
yeah,
friend.
Special court, let's go do it.
Yeah, let's do that, huh?
That'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot of good fun. Let's go.
Roger's
Yeah.
acting chops aside, the world was then finally introduced to the Sky Court, a specially constructed grass tennis court standing 689 feet above the ground upon Burj Al Arab's extended helipad. Though regulation tennis
That
courts measure
seems
27
fucking
feet wide by
terrifying.
78 feet long, this
If
one
they
was
played a real
reportedly shortened
match.
to fit the helipad's dimensions. And no, there's no camera trickery at play. There truly was no fencing or boundary to prevent the tennis balls or players themselves from falling off the edge. And judging by promotional video obtained, they weren't afraid to get too close. Regarding the stunt's logistics, Talik has said, "It took us about 1 month to convince both Agassi and Federer to do it, because one of them, I can't remember
Thanks,
if it was
Resub
Federer or
Zilmanian.
Agassi, had a height phobia. Eventually, both of them agreed. Though Talik wouldn't specify, we can make an estimated guess which player he was referring to based on Andre's later recount. This was an absolutely amazing experience. When you first get over how high you are and start playing, it's an absolute joy.
I mean, it
and
does
a great
seem
time.
cool.
I had
This
no
was
issues with the height as long as I didn't
definitely
have to bungee
overhyped
jump
though.
off the
They didn't
side.
play a real
Though no
game.
information has ever been publicly revealed regarding the court's construction process or artificial grass makeup, Talik later revealed that it cost a little less than $25,000 to stage the matchup. Though the
Thanks for
stunt
the
could
5
have
gift
been done
subs,
for a
Mo.
lot cheaper,
Thank you, Mo.
the event wouldn't have came close to having the viral impact it did if not for a request made by Roger Federer himself. I had an idea of how we could make it better. We had a helicopter, which was going to film it all around, really show what kind of platform we were playing on.
God,
Instead of
imagine
just
one of
having
them
a
did
picture
fall,
taken from the
though.
hotel. It can really tell how high up we are, and I think that made the difference. A difference made, indeed. Promotional photos and video posted online spread like wildfire through news articles, blog posts, and email chains, becoming tennis's first truly viral moment to hit the internet.
I've never
Then ATP
heard of it,
CEO
so.
Mark Miles called Talik personally to congratulate him, saying, "What you guys have done is great for tennis. Congratulations. You hit half the planet."
Underwhelming. I thought it was a real match. It was just a promotional piece. They should have played a literal fucking death match. A loser gets thrown off the side or some crazy shit. Fuck it. Give them like a parachute, and if they can figure out how to use it in time, they can survive. That's illegal. Then maybe they sign waivers. There's a prime R share. That would be the best match of tennis those two men had ever played in their lives, though. Literally playing not to die. Oof. You would see some incredible stuff, I think. The rise and fall of Blackwater.